Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Your buddy JohnMegacycle here. Another episode of Captain of Industry is coming at ya. Try that 12 again. Oh, let's see. Deep breaths. What did we accomplish over the last 4 episodes? I went through a recap, and this is it. I can get it all on one screen. Everything you see here is everything that we worked for a couple of episodes to get the layout, the process, everything done and dialed in, and this is all of our farming. We also have expansion plots, and I've torn out all the farming literally from everywhere else. This is what we've got. A bit of an exhausting journey. It was a bit of a run, is what I'm trying to say. I don't want that notification anymore, thank you. But I've gotten all my farming in one area, and this is kind of how it works out. For me, at least, the way I've played this game is when it ramps up, you don't have a lot of available space, but now that I do, we've got some proper room about it. I need all this out of here. Let's do it like that. Truck cannot reach destination. Where are you trying to go? I don't know how the hell those trucks are coming back down. Legendary. Legendary land excavators. That's all I can say about it. Yeah, slide back down. Oh! We got it again. It happened again. Maybe? Okay, looks like they stopped. When working with a different system, I think it was limestone or whatever, trucks would just slide all the way to Narnia. It was really nuts. Let's see, where was it? They were here, or quartz, I should say. They were messing with quartz, and they just backslid all the way up to, like, here, and then I caught them and I'm like, alright, that's enough of whatever the hell you think you're accomplishing. That's enough of that, thanks. This is damn near full. Let's get another one set up. So that's all shoveling away rock. Let's remove 2 trucks. This is slag, it's getting added. Yeah, I want better slag storage. Oh, we've got room. Oh, yeah. And I've got materials. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to set you to... Let's just pause this real quick. There we go. Thank you kindly. On. I know I've got this a little reversed in some spots. It doesn't bother me a whole lot, so I'm not really going to super duper worry about it. No, I don't want quartz. I want slag. Regular slag is fine. Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. Nice, okay. There's all that. Now, what I can do is I can take... Nope. I can take that and paste it, and that's going to get all the routes. So I'm going to come here and be like... Oh, that's rock. Whoops. That's slag. Okay. Whoopsie daisy. My bad. Pick up. Drop off. Crap. Now I got all this rock I want to get rid of. No. No. No rock. Please empty. Please empty immediately. Okay. Thank you. Let's try that all over again. The rules did not take... because there was already some materials in it. That's why it didn't take. And then I want to take that there. And delete. This should have all the routes for slag. I'm going to assume it does. No more routes. No more routes. Just excavate it all out of there, dump it into there. Beautiful. Okay. Now we've got some proper slag storage. I wouldn't mind some rock storage as well, but that's not really critical. Sand, limestone. Okay, we've got our storage basins. That's pretty dope. None of this is necessary anymore. We actually have all this process into the normal setup anyway. Mine control tower has no available designations with it to be mined. Are you sure? Oh, you are coal. Okay. That tracks. Alright, let's get... I thought that was the regular one, and I'm like, there's no way you don't have stuff to do. I keep forgetting all the different mine designators we've got. So I want this to dig down a little bit more, and I want it to cover... Hello? Oh, I had the wrong thing on. It does not like me touching that. Okay, good to know. There wasn't much coal to be had. I mean, there was a bit more underground. Let's grab... Let's grab something like that. This is -7. This got messed up somehow. No, flat. Thank you. Nope. I had it right the first time. I think that's all the materials I really honestly care a lot about. This can go away. I don't need that path anymore. There's a little more coal sitting right here, which I wouldn't mind to tippity-tap. Realistically, in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to hurt me any if I miss some coal. My ultimate goal in this game is not to min-max resources, but just to get it sane. Like, I don't want to leave a ton. Invalid position. Okay, let's... Damn it. There we go. Okay. And then flat. That is a mess and I can't wait to bury it, but that's where we're at right now. Cool. If you could operate on that, that would be great. Okay. Thank you very much. Let's let that to its own devices. There's that, there's that. Pickup has no fuel. I don't know how that continuously happens, but it does and it is. I'm not really too sure what shell shock we fell onto after we purged out all the farms that were consuming all the water. We literally removed a ton of farms, and the game's like, well, I need a bunch of water somewhere. And it's like, holy crap, how and why? 95%, that's recovering. So we can have, I think we did the math, we can have 3 pumps regardless, all the time running, right? I wish I knew... Does it say how often the underground water tables regenerate? I don't think so. Warnings. It was probably in the settings. You know what? I am curious enough. Yeah, overwrite. This is Captain difficulty? Captain difficulty, okay. So, new game. It was You Shall Not Pass, Captain. Rainwater yield. How much water is generated from rain? Okay. That doesn't really help. Weather. Less dry. I'm not seeing anything here really that helps with that. Okay, that's fine. It doesn't really matter. I was hoping it would say, like, replenishes 700 water units every 120 or something. And then I could infer from that, oh, how much can I pull every 10? We'll just pull 1% less than 100%, and then bam. We've got a very good idea of how much water we can have at any given time. Let me Google it real quick. Well... This is loading. Let's see if that's a good... How fast does groundwater replenish? Literally the first hit. Depends on the rain. Okay, so it looks like the grand consensus of the community is 2 is very safe. Depending on your settings, you could probably get away with 3. I didn't see any hard and fast math when it came to it, but 2, maybe 3, and we have 3. We have a 4th one we can bippity-bop on if we need, but I don't really want to. Just junk that somewhere, my man. You can junk that somewhere. Okay, that's all good, that's all good. Realistically, I want to really be around farming just to make sure that we're not underproducing stuff. Okay, I'm seeing some veg here, that's good. We don't have any fruit yet. We got bread, we got corn. Corn I'm also hard pushing over to animal feed. So what's going to happen is as we acquire wheat. Man, this looks really slow. Anyway, as we acquire wheat, it'll eventually overflow, and then once we're full of bread, that'll turn into animal feed as well. I think we're past the point where our produce conga line is going to cause any issues. I think we're past that point, which is a good sign. What I wouldn't mind to do... Oh, I can't upgrade it. I can't upgrade an irrigated farm to a greenhouse? Whack. Okay. We're gonna nuke 2 of these. I do want to get into fruit. Fruit falls under another category of nutrients called minerals. Once you have more minerals into everyone's daily diet, they need to rely on certain types of minerals less. Let me try that sentence again once I get the visuals up for you. The game has 4 categories: carbs, protein, vitamins, and treats. If you have only one type of a food category, your people are eating that. So we have only vegetables for vitamins. I said minerals, I meant vitamins. We only have vegetables for vitamins. If I incorporate fruit, people start splitting off, and some start eating fruit, and some still stay eating vegetables. So I could pull away a little bit of the effort required for vitamins and push that over to wheat or whatever the hell I want. But I do need greenhouses for fruit production. I can't get around that. So I think it's the same bloody blueprint, isn't it? It's literally the same item. I don't know why this was a problem, but it super duper was a problem. Anyway, I'm sure there's some good logic behind it as to why you can't upgrade in place, but there we go. Water's hooked up. Please build that. Please build that. Please build that. Please build that. That's already built. Cool. Now, I've left plenty of room. This could have been for another farm, but what I want to do is I want to reserve this spot for compost. Compost and water is going to give us low-level organic fertilizer. Now, I say low-level because it's not nearly as much as the other synthetic fertilizers, but it's a really big hit all the same. It's actually really good. It'll normalize the soil fertility. We're averaging about 84% fertility equilibrium. That's not bad. Where's that 74? 84. Well, the point is we're in about 80 percentile about for soil fertility. So that's perfect. If we were to dip down any less, I'd find that to be incredibly problematic, but we're still keeping up. Yields are good. I'm not super duper worried about it. So how much fruit can we grow? It takes 8 months to grow fruit. That makes sense, I guess. Fruit would generally come from fruit trees. At least the picture of an apple here would make me think such. You go ahead and get started. 7.7 fruit yield. That's not bad. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's pause it right here. This is kind of what I'm talking about. There's a bit of a conga line here, and this isn't the worst thing ever. But what I don't want is if I click here and... Why is this not scaled? I could have upgraded to a greenhouse. It just didn't scale down. Ah, boo. Okay, I don't know why that's happening now. Probably from the UI scaling. But anyway, I don't want any of the farms to be like, I couldn't deliver all the potatoes this season because there was no way to get rid of all the potatoes this season or something. I don't want that to be happening. Actually, it looks like we're doing pretty good. Why did I do it like that? Weird. Anyway, I got another farm paused, but this is going to bring in fruit. 7.7 every 60 sounds actually pretty freaking good. So we're going to see that. That is going to output to what? Okay, looks like it's going to actually output to the flat conveyor. We don't have a lot of items that output to flat conveyor. Vegetable saplings, and that's it. But now we're going to get fruit. The other benefits, aside from peeling away some of the need we have for vegetables, is it's going to net us 0.30 unity. Extra unity is always good. We are on the very high hog of unity. Oh, vegetables also, or fruit also feeds far more people than vegetables. Okay, that's really cool. The same rules are going to apply for protein. We're only bringing in eggs for protein, which is not great. I would love to do meat, which, honestly, last season was really hit-miss. I don't think I felt really happy about how we handled meat. Meat is a little tricky, or whatever. I wouldn't mind to do tofu. Tofu actually requires sulfur as a primary make product thingy. Sulfur... Yeah, tofu. Soybean water, sulfur, limestone makes tofu an animal feed. How much does tofu feed? 50 people? Holy crap. Huh. Yeah, tofu might be the next thing to work on. Is this still? I thought I cleared all that quartz out. I guess not. Alright, anyway. Tofu would be cool, but I only want to incorporate one additional product at a time because there's a lot going on. How's our water reserves? Great. 99%? Awesome. So this kind of reinforces that 3 is more than good. Now, how's this reservoir? 100%. Carry the 2 or whatever. Couldn't ask for anything better. That's great. The 3 pumps is easy pickings. 4 if we need. Oh, is that our first? That's our first fruit? Yeah, I get excited. You want to fight? No. I want to see the split happen appropriately. So we have vegetable bins, we have tree saplings, and there it is. There is fruit. Fruit bins. Fruity fruit things. Oh, wow. Okay. We're okay. How much would it be for an upgrade? Actually, not super expensive. How far does this cover? It wouldn't cover the whole line, but that would be the lion's share of the cost. Okay. We are now storing fruit. I love that I don't have to give a toot about refrigeration or any of that. I don't have to care about any of that. It's super, super good. So we need a fruit. Pickup has run out of fuel. That's friggin' unfortunate, my dude. Alright. I'm honestly very excited for this. This simple change is going to net us, yeah, like I said, more unity, and I've got full unity or whatever. I have a lot of unity. So when the first truck arrives... Are you the guy? Nope, you picked up vegetables. Come on, somebody's gonna bring this. The real problem with this is kind of what I mentioned before, is this is a very long haul. You picked up vegetables. You picking up fruit? Yes! Yes! I think this is the first time I used the follow cam. Oh, I love this. Ah, it's adorable. I would also love roads. Like, you don't have to give me like a speed bonus or anything, but I would just love roads in general. I think that'd be pretty cool. Okay, there it is. The units that we brought, which was 60, is going to take care of us for almost a year. Wow, okay. Is there another edict I can use? Upgrading the captain's quarters would net us... better recycling? More fuel save? Water saver? That seems dumb. Farming yield increase sounds kind of dumb too. Ship fuel saver. There we go. Might as well spend it, right? Might as well spend it. I'm still really low on animal feed, so this doesn't make me feel super great. Yep, corn is being turned into animal feed. We're stocking up quite a bit on all of that. Is this animal feed? That is. So I want you to actually priority out that instead. So we're making a couple of modifications to our system. It's not the end of the world. But I want to make sure we have a constant flow. I don't have any alerts going right now. So it's all kind of discount intuition. Not full price intuition, that's for sure. You gotta pay extra for that. Yeah, get that animal feed flowing. Our numbers weren't bad. We still did alright on the numbers, but I want to catch that up just a little bit. And this is probably wheat. Primary out. I'm going to change you over to primary out as well. So don't forget, even if these silos are empty, we have our food markets at the settlement. We also have the actual silos I've been dumping stuff into as buffers. So we've got several months of food worth of 70 months worth of food buffer. If we brought no food, no one would be going hungry. Now this is overloaded because everything's pushing to this. Once I normalize things and we're just concerned about overflow, not everything's going to overflow at the same time. But what I want to really emphasize is this. Just get the animal feed numbers up a bunch. I'm going to kind of leave that be. How are the belts? Not saturated. Is there a... I wish there was a way I could check it. Like time used or percentage of time utilized or something. That would be pretty cool. Fair amount of saplings. Whole ton of wood. Is there anything I really want? Could just keep trading in iron scrap for all I care. We're not doing bricks anymore. Yeah, there's no contracts for lumber as is. Slag for sour water. What a weird trade that sounds like, right? Same thing with sulfur for sludge. Yeah, sulfur's great. Sprinkle it on chips or whatever. But you're gonna trade me sludge back? Alright. That's probably a really good explanation of how vague I understand what sulfur is used for. I mean, obviously matches and stuff. Like, that makes sense. Okay, I don't expect us to have a surplus of fruit for a long time. So how much are we making every 60 again? 7.7 with a fertility equilibrium of about 76%. That's not terrible. I'll take it. So we're consuming 5, and see the number for vegetables dropped. So we're making a very small surplus of fruit. No, fruit. What I would like to do is like to change over one of these vegetables to wheat. Ooh, that also hits my corn a bunch. Hits me right in the corn. Maybe... That's actually a lot better. Let's do that. I'm going to need corn for ethanol, which I don't have any ethanol production right now. But ethanol would be really dope. Ethanol is used for rubber. Ethanol can also be used... I think I can turn ethanol into diesel with cooking oil or something. Yeah, ethanol and cooking oil makes diesel. I don't know if that's anything I'm ever going to want to do, but it sounds cool. Alright, there's a few other products I really need to be working on. One of them being plastic. And I kind of ignored plastic because I wanted to work on farming first. Plastic is made with naphtha or ethanol and chlorine. I think I make chlorine from brine. Yes, I do. And then brine is just slightly heated seawater until most of the water evaporates. You get more salt than water or whatever. So the problem is my ethanol's up here. And my everything else is over here. So how are we going to do this? How do I output from you guys? Yeah, that sucks. Okay. Do I mind the gap? Is the gap that big of a deal? No, it isn't. Hello? What the heck's happening? Okay, so I figured it out. You have to have a construction menu open in order for the auto build helper to be there. Oh, I want to go right down there, my dude. Thank you. Seems legit. This does not have to be fancy in any regard. And knowing me, I will guarantee it will not be, don't you see? Okay, I need... Thank you, perfect. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn on both recipes. You can make salt or you can make brine. Salt... No, brine is going to be more important because plastic is what we're eventually going to use for medical supplies. Yes, that was the animation for salt, but it's the same animation, really. How much do you make? 16 every 40? Actually, this pipe needs an upgrade. Uh, 16 every 40 would be fine if it was 2 of them. It'd be 32 every 40, and then we're transporting 1 for every 1, but it does not work that way. We need the bigger pipes. So now it's just going to produce whatever the crap it can. This is going to be pretty straightforward. Let's watch it do a thing for a little bit. Now we're going to need an electrolyzer, I think. Brine. It's called an electrolyzer. 900 kilowatts. Ugh. Ow. This is another way to get hydrogen without using fuel gas. Just to recall, we're using excess fuel gas and using it in a hydrogen reformer with steam to make hydrogen and carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide we're just venting. It's not that big of a deal. But that's one way we are getting hydrogen. This is a second way to get hydrogen and oxygen, which we can use for some of our processes, so we also don't need an oxygen air separator? Yeah. I know how to talk. The electrolyzer is actually more workers cheap. It's cheaper on the worker side. The only problem is I would need a bunch. So, like, what does this need? It needs 6 oxygen every 20. This makes 4 oxygen every 40. It's not efficient. Also, this doesn't bring nearly as much hydrogen to the table, but it is an alternative. So it's important to make clear it's an alternative. The cool thing that I like to see is if there's other things or other processes that we need. The game gives us multiple ways to handle that, sometimes. And then, yep, with one of these. $900 kilowatts is Ouch Town. That is a one-way ticket to Ouch Town. Power-wise. So I might turn on the other power plant. We're dipping over that 6. Not often enough, but we're about to now. Oh. Yep, 7 megawatts. So that all being said... And then, because I turned those on, I need to turn these on. Oh, I forgot a generator. Aha, okay. That's running pretty full tilt now. That gets us to 12 megawatts. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. This will spin up pretty shortly, I'm sure of it. We're going to go ahead and pause this again. Okay. Oh. What? Oh, I see. It's expecting brine. Okay, there's your chlorine. Now, chlorine... Chlorine in what makes plastic? Chlorine in naphtha makes plastic with some exhaust, or chlorine in ethanol makes plastic. I would love to be at the point where we're doing... I just blanked. Oh, ethanol. The problem is I kind of need the naphtha for rubber. And then excess diesel is being turned into rubber as well. Yep. I'm just gonna let you keep going. Alright, how do I want to handle this? Messing with the petrochem is always nerve-wracking. What if I change you to do naphtha work instead? So now, excess naphtha... That's going to rubber. I'm going to want another one that's going to come over here and start working with this. So what do I need to make? What is it called? It's called a polymerization plant. We're going to give it a lot of space. How much exhaust does this kick out? 8 every 20? That's not bad. That could help supplement our power. I haven't honestly really messed with that in a while. Here I thought I was being a cheeky beaky about, like, getting all this a lot cleaner than I did last time, and it just comes to show. Goes to show? It goes to show. Polymerization plate has no recipe. Yeah, it's not really the top of my problem chart at the moment. My good lad. Nope. Perfect. You are going to make me a plastic. Okay. We got the chlorine, now we need the naphtha. So here I'm actually going to come through... Hello? It's in here somewhere, there we go. Primary out there. We just have nothing going on? Well, it's that or we're full on diesel. We're full on diesel, okay. Honestly, not a real bad problem to have. Just put it away, man. So this will shut off once it's full, which is perfect. Okay. There's the start of plastic. Oh, for God's sake. There we go. The other things I also need to work on are upgrading another town here. Is PCBs for electronics level 2. So I need a PCB. How do I make a PCB? Glass, plastic, copper. Sure, that makes sense. I'm gonna need a lot of copper just for that. PCB with electronics and silicon poly. How do I make silicon poly? Molten silicon and hydrogen. I need graphite. Okay, how do we make graphite? Coal and chlorine in a chemical plant. It also produces sour water. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Okay, so a chemical plant. Oh, this is kind of getting within mining territory. Oh, okay, how's our sand and how is our... Sand is amazing. Limestone's really bad. Let's get that doctored up real quick. If you could and if you please. Thank you kindly. Okay, where was we? Chemical plant. Full chlorine graphite. Okay, I don't have to do too much here. We already have some coal? Oh, that's being shipped in. Where? Okay, I don't know why that was weird for a hot second, but it was. This powers off very soon because we're full of chlorine. Perfect. The number turns white, meaning we're not using nearly as much. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. Number picks up because we just built the pipe. Okay, I also need to get rid of sour water. We have a sour water dump somewhere around here, but sour water is actually incredibly toxic. Sour water is... Are you honestly just dumping water? Oh, it's a byproduct of this. Yeah, I wasn't going to ship it back. Nuts to that. Sour water is actually very hazardous. Worse than wastewater. Think of wastewater like wastewater that a person produces. And you go to the bathroom. Boom. That's wastewater. That's how this game kind of relegates that. Sour water is water that comes after the manufacturing process. So sour water and steam makes sulfur, ammonia, and a bunch of water. What do I need ammonia for? We could use ammonia to make fertilizer level 1. That's pretty dope. We could also break it down into hydrogen with an electrolyzer, of course. Super expensive. But that is something we could do. Electrolyzers only seem to have one input, which is unfortunate. I was hoping I could use the electrolyzer and set it up like a multi-process, but that does not seem to be the case. Does an electrolyzer level 2 have different? No, it's just bigger electrolyzer. Okay, that's fine. Oh yeah, we haven't messed with any thermal desalinators or anything this time either. That's been pretty cool. Okay, back to it. I want to treat sour water. How do I treat it? In a what? In a sour water stripper. Okay. Let's get us into template mode so I can see how that all works. 12 every 20 with a very, very little bit of high steam. We'll break it down for us. Very neat. Yeah, nothing's really happening now. This will help with our health stability. Now, because of our edicts, we haven't really had to worry too much about stuff. But water pollution is pretty bad. How much power do you take? Power almost doesn't even matter with what benefits we're going to get from it. Also, a fart ton of sulfur. Like... Oh, it's actually kind of funny. A fart ton of sulfur. Alright. I almost want to set this up here because this is where the sour water's coming to. The steam is the only real issue. How much more room can I snipe? I can probably snipe one more. Where else is sour water coming from? Maybe that might be an easier question. No. Yes, this one. Sour water's produced here. I could pipe that sour water over here. Plonk it right there. Perfect. Let's do that. Is that the only place sour water's coming from? I just want to make sure we get this right. Having factories overloading with wastewater is also not any fun. It's also incredibly unproductive, so... We gotta take care of ourselves and the environment. Not necessarily in that order, but until we tech up a bit, this is kind of where we're at. So we produce how much? 6 every 20, which means times 2 divided by 1 to carry the farts. Again with the farts again. It's 6 every 10. Where did the machine go? Crap. Uh, 12 every 20. So actually this marries perfectly with this process. Now what I'll do is I'll set up a storage here. Because we're not going to be... what are we running this? Like 20% of the time now? This can't be right. Uh-huh. That's not correct. Oh, I know. Yeah, I get it now. Okay, yep. I can't change products like that. Once this gets deconstructed, things will resume. Nope. Crap. There's naphtha in the line somewhere. Remove product from transport, remove product from transport. Okay. This is producing naphtha. Crap, where's the line I just removed? It was this guy. Yep, okay. So instead of using heavy and hydrogen to make diesel, we're using heavy and hydrogen to make naphtha. Diesel and naphtha come out of the same port. So I can't do like what I've been doing with some machines, which is like multi-classing them. It just doesn't work that way. Okay, fine. Fine. I don't understand why this is not happy. Priority out. That's why. Thank goodness fluids are not... Oh, you mix 3 kinds of oil together. Guess what, stupid? Figure it out. Like, it's not like that. It's just... liquids are inherently incompatible with each other. Games like this, games like Factorio, like, it's a lot of extra work to deal with any amount of fluid dynamics, but it's so awesome that it's like that, and it's just very straightforward and simple. Are we good now? This is supposed to be diesel. Yeah, I want naphtha for other stuff. Okay, empty. Number go up, number go down. Okay. Everything's fixed, everything's happy. Holy crap. I can't just switch products like that, man. The game does not appreciate, does not reciprocate the feels. It's not good, it's not good stuff. Okay, what I would like... I'm literally going to dump water into the ocean. That's quite seriously what's going to happen right here. So there's that. Back to blueprint mode. There's our sour water. I need steam. Where's steam coming from? From there, from there. I should be able to steal some of this very easily. I do not need a lot of it. I need very, very minuscule amounts of steam to make this process work. When using steam in any process, it kind of makes me think like we're just boiling it. Like that's all that's really happening. No, steam comes over here. Right there. This is actually going to be sour water. You can bring stuff here. That's fine. And we will demand that you keep full. Now, the sour line is here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to terminate that. Now again, I'm not using these all the time. So it doesn't much matter. How's our health now? Water pollution is -13. That's not good for anyone's health. So I'm hoping this is going to be a really nice little setup here. It's not super energy intensive either, and it produces sulfur to boot. Not like you need a lot of sulfur, but like, yeah, there's some production going on here. I should have flipped this, but we're too late, it's fine. This is going to be, and we'll give ourselves a little bit of space. And then this is water, which I was not joking. I'm literally going to dump right back into the ocean. Under normal circumstances, you have to treat water before you put it back in the ocean or the riverway or whatever. This is a game, and there's going to be some abstraction. There's going to be some mechanics that are just not really ultra detailed. The thing for that really is it can get really, really boring if things are too detailed or too true to life. So you have to do what's called abstraction. You just make it a little vague on how a process works. So we're kind of like, for Factorio, let's use that as an example. Considering how popular the game is, I think enough people have played it. I can use it as a regular example, but think of it like this. When you have an assembly machine, you literally have an assembly machine. What is it assembling? Well, whatever you tell it to. But you don't see it really making the part. It's kind of black box. You just, here, I'm going to give you 2 pieces of iron plate. I need an iron gear kicked out of it. That's abstraction. It's not at all a bad thing. It's very necessary for video games to be fun. Or at least easily digestible. Too much abstraction and you get kind of lost. Too little abstraction and there's not like a lot of fun with it anymore. It's too pointy, right? Life is a chaotic, weird symphony of nonsense. Not everything's going to be as simple as anything, but that's kind of where that is. Now, I need sulfur for something else. Up here, this rubberization process. So I could easily piggyback that sulfur up here. How much should we make? Oh, we'll be making way, way more. Not really a point. You are... ammonia, there it is. Okay, so... -16 it was? It already dropped to -7. Which could be just because we're not using it as much. This is a lot of sour water. Wow. Well, everything's kicking on full tilt. So this one sour water stripper can actually handle 2 of these desalination stations. But I do have some sour water coming from this guy as well. This will catch up, I'm sure of it. It's just a bunch of backlog in the pipes and everything. How's that health? -7? Okay. Still better than -13 or whatever. Okay. Ammonia. Let's see what we can do with that real quick, and then we'll call this an episode. It was fertilizer, if not mistaken. Ammonia and oxygen makes fertilizer level 1. That's a pretty darn good fertilizer. I'm not interested in electrolyzing it, but a chemical plant seems fairly inexpensive. We have oxygen somewhere. Using 6 every 20? We're making 12 every 20. We could easily piggyback. That seems like a very reliable... Yeah, look at it. Already cut it down way down. It seems like a very reliable way to make fertilizer. So I'm actually just going to leave that be for right now. Let's get a nice picture of our petrochem. Low supply potato. Uh-oh. Let's take care of that real quick. I did turn this on, which I shouldn't have for too long, but that's okay. That's why we got the warning. So, the warning is the loose storage, just as a reminder. Not what's already in the food market. So that's corn. Go down. Go down. That's fixed. Wheat. Let's fix this. Priority out. Priority out. It's going to emphasize bread now. Okay, I think that's a fair amount of animal feed. So the next harvest is going to get that started written in the good. That was weird words, but I think you get what I'm saying. So let's go back to our petrochem. Yeah, a nice overall shot of our petrochem. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's all I've got for this episode. Thank you all for joining me. My name is JohnMegacycle, and yeah, thanks for checking out my channel and my video, and I hope to see you next time. Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Thanks for checking out my video. I also want to take a moment to thank all my supporters and donators, and if you'd like to join up with me and game with my crew, all the information to get connected is in the description below. Thanks again, and I hope to catch you next time.